What's the good word, y'all? Welcome to the New York Jets Syndicate channel. It's your boy DKB here. So the New York Jets official starting five offensive line may finally be coming together for the first time, potentially against the Giants with the return of left tackle Duane Brown. Now, the expected reports is that he's supposed to be off the physically unable to perform list by the end of Wednesday. I'm recording this before then, so we'll see if it happens by then. But basically what's happened is that Tuesday, Duane Brown was in Houston clearing some medical checks, going through an examination. All of that came back flawless. So now the only thing left to do is for him to pass a physical with the actual New York Jets, of course, at home base. So this couldn't come at a better time. For one, Elijah Vera Tucker and Laken Tomlinson are also returning to the lineup, which means with Aaron Rodgers starting against the Giants as well, we could see a fully functional offense that essentially has the majority, if not all, of our weapons. Garrett Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall has already been confirmed that he won't be playing, but the starting five offensive linemen, that's kind of been expected for many people, even when Mekhi Becton was cleared to actually go out there and officially practice. Many thought because Duane Brown hasn't played right tackle in forever, since I think he said his sophomore year of college, which is more than 2 decades ago. And the fact that he's also cited those in some interviews, that the job was essentially his to lose, and there was very minimal to none chance that that actually occurred. And so Mekhi Becton was always destined to either be our starting right tackle, and if things went terribly wrong with him either not performing up to standards or an injury occurring, he'd either be on the injured reserve list or he'd end up being our main swing tackle. So this is huge news. If we get it during the Giants, great. If not, it's not a terrible idea either way. Our first official game against the Bills won't start until September 11th, so it'll give Duane Brown a couple of weeks, minus the game action that he get against the Giants if they choose not to play him, to kind of start working himself back into that actual football shape. We've seen him getting some workouts in. We've seen, of course, some of the rehabilitation process a little bit much earlier on in the process. So we know it's not completely, we know he's not completely far removed from football activities. But same thing with Mekhi Becton, right? I use him for example because he's essentially been rehabilitating, conditioning, training for 2 years, and he still had to work himself into football shape. Granted, his injury history, at least regarding his knees, is much worse than what Duane Brown is recovering from. And then the weight problems and everything also adds to that. But it took him a while to also come back and get into football shape and everything, even though we were seeing workouts that looked phenomenal from him. So couldn't be more happier to see that we may officially have two capable tackles once again, which also is going to relieve a lot of pressure off of a guy like Max Mitchell. Not Mekhi, but Billy Turner can end up being, I guess technically you call it a surprise cut. If we have it our way, Duane Brown, Mekhi Becton, Max Mitchell being our main tackles out there. All depends on the depth that we want to keep at the position, which I would say needs to be at least 4-man deep based on recent history. But nonetheless, let me know what you guys think. Should Duane Brown be starting against the Giants to go ahead and kickstart that football conditioning activity, or should we just allow him to come back, go through his practices, and then take the couple of weeks he'll have before our official week 1 game against the Bills on September 11th? And I'll catch you guys again. Peace.